In a world beyond imagination, two titanic creatures rise from the pages of prehistoric and mutated nightmares. One is the real apex predator of the ancient ocean, forged through millions of years of evolution, the Mosasaurus. The other is a genetically twisted terror, born in modern times, the monstrous Lizzie. Both are kings in their own realms, but only one can rule when the battle begins. Mosasaurus reigned supreme during the late Cretaceous period, a marine reptile with a body length reaching over 60 feet. This colossal creature combined the deadliest traits of modern aquatic hunters. Its long tail and flippers gave it unmatched mobility underwater, while its hinged jaws and interlocking teeth made escape impossible for its prey. Mosasaurus did just survive. It hunted, stalked, and ambushed with brutal intelligence. In contrast, Lizzie was born from scientific interference. Once an ordinary American crocodile, she consumed a pathogen that altered her DNA. The transformation turned her into a spiked, armored, and towering creature more than 100 feet long. She now boasts clubbed tails, blade-like spines, amphibious physiology, and destructive instincts. Her gills allow indefinite underwater breathing, while her tusks and raw strength outmatch modern weaponry. A mutant beast with the strength to destroy helicopters and the ferocity to challenge anything. Nature's perfect predator meets mankind as greatest mistake. This is a simple fight. It is the ultimate war of sea monsters, the Mosasaurus versus Lizzie. Weapons of destruction. Before a drop of blood hits the water, let us break down what makes these beasts so lethal. Mosasaurus is a master of aquatic ambush. Its torpedo-shaped body and tail allow it to accelerate like a missile underwater. With nostrils high on its head, it can breathe while keeping most of its body hidden. Its skull is designed to widen massively, unhinging like a snake, as to swallow prey nearly whole. Its rows of sharp, backward-pointing teeth lock victims in, crushing bones and preventing any escape. Mosasaurus evolved to dominate deep, ocean hunting grounds, making it the marine nightmare of its time. Lizzie is more than just a crocodile on steroids. Her mutation blessed her with reinforced armor plating, sharp tusks, spiked tail clubs, and gills. Her massive weight and spines make her a rolling fortress. She has been seen scaling buildings, swatting fighter jets, and smashing tanks with ease. Her muscle mass allows her to generate crushing power in both jaws and limbs. And despite her size, her speed, both on land and water, is shockingly high. In a straight-up slugfest, few can match her. The Mosasaurus may be sleeker, faster, and deadlier underwater, but Lizzie brings raw power, weaponized armor, and unpredictable aggression. One strikes from shadows, the other smashes through anything in her path. Collision and chaos. The arena is a flooded coastal jungle where rivers meet the sea. The skies are gray, the wind howls. Lightning crackles in the distance, the ground trembles. Something massive approaches. No, two somethings. Beneath the surface, the Mosasaurus patrols the deep waters. Its motion is silent, swift, controlled. It watches. It waits. Above the water, the forest is shaking. Trees snap. Birds flee. Lizzie storms through the swamp, crashing into the water like a tank. Her spines slice through tree trunks. Her tail sends waves rolling. She lets out a roar that rattles the trees. The first strike comes from below. Like a torpedo, the Mosasaurus explodes from the deep and bites into Lizzie's side, sending her tumbling back. She roars in fury, tail smashing downward like a war hammer. The Mosasaurus dives again, circling. Lizzie stomps forward, shaking off the hit. Blood seeps, but it fuels her rage. She dives after Mosasaurus, but the ancient predator is gone, vanished into the trench. Then he returns from behind, jaws wide, tearing into her hind leg. Lizzie twists, spins, and lands a club tail strike directly onto the Mosasaurus flank. A crack echoes underwater. The Mosasaurus recoils. Back and forth, strike and counterstrike. The water churns red. Each creature now bleeding. Lizzie attempts a death roll, but Mosasaurus wriggles free. He darts under her belly and slashes with his teeth. Lizzie counters by slamming her body down, nearly crushing him. The two surface together, roaring, jaws snapping. Lightning flashes. The storm intensifies. Nature itself seems to witness this battle of giants. Survival of the fittest. Now the brawl shifts to the deep ocean, where Mosasaurus holds the advantage. He leads Lizzie into a trench. Narrow, dark, and deadly. Lizzie, slower here, is at a disadvantage. Her spiked back scrapes stone. The Mosasaurus attacks in flurries. Bite, dodge, vanish. Lizzie thrashes, but her rage makes her clumsy. Then comes a breakthrough. Lizzie manages to pin the Mosasaurus against the wall of the trench and bites into its neck. The Mosasaurus screams underwater, blood gushing from its wound. He thrashes, wriggles, and finally escapes by ramming her gills with his snout. Lizzie reels, her vision blurs, but she fights on. The Mosasaurus dives deep again, then rockets upward at incredible speed. He hits Lizzie like a missile from below, lifting her out of the water in a massive breach. For a moment, both monsters are airborne. Then they crash into the shallows, shaking the earth. Dazed, bleeding, Lizzie rises. The Mosasaurus circles again. Lizzie, as spikes are cracked, one tusk broken. The Mosasaurus has bite marks, deep wounds, and broken scales. But both still stand. Neither gives up. Lizzie lets out a last roar and charges. Her tusk finds a target, straight into Mosasaurus. Shoulder. He howls, twists, and snaps at her neck. He grabs one of her tusks in his mouth and tears it out. With it, he stabs it into her side. Lizzie flails, tail smashing into his jaw. But the Mosasaurus backs away, eyes fixed, calculating, waiting. Final judgment, the sea is still. The storm fades. Only two silhouettes remain, one slowly moving, the other barely standing. Lizzie stumbles. Blood pours from her gills and mouth, her spiked back bent, her frame shaking under its own weight. One eye is swollen shut, her tail drags limply, and yet, from deep within, she roars again. A final cry, defiant and thunderous, shaking birds from distant cliffs. She refuses to fall. The Mosasaurus watches, circling, bleeding, breathing heavily through jagged slashes along his flank. Yet in his eyes there is no fear, only focus. Then silence. And then a final move. With a burst of unseen speed, Mosasaurus vanishes into the deep. Seconds stretch like eternity. Lizzie scans the water, growling, body twitching. But she is too slow. From the abyss, the Mosasaurus rockets upward like a living torpedo. His jaws unhinge wider than ever before. With unstoppable force, he clamps onto Lizzie's throat and drives her backward, downward, through water, mud, and stone, slamming her into the ocean floor. The impact shakes the seabed. A massive column of bubbles rises as Lizzie thrashes, clawing, kicking. But her strength is gone. Her body convulses, her roars muffle into gurgles. Her eyes widen one last time, then fade. Silence, stillness. Mosasaurus holds her there for a moment longer, ensuring it's over. Then he releases Lizzie. As body drifts downward, limp and broken. A moment passes. Then the Mosasaurus surfaces, not to roar, not to pose, but to breathe. Each breath a cloud of mist, his body bloodied, but spirit unbroken. Winner Mosasaurus this once to just a battle. It was a reckoning. Lizzie had every weapon, every advantage in raw strength. Her rage was unmatched. Her form a fortress of modern mutation. But nature is a far greater sculptor than science. Evolution forged Mosasaurus not just to survive, but to reign. Lizzie fought like a storm. Violent, relentless, devastating. But she was never made for the deep. Her power was immense, but wild and unstable. Her armor turned into weight. Her fury blinded her. She charged headfirst into a predator that had ruled the seas long before humanity ever walked the earth. The true apex predator isn't the one who roars loudest. It is the one who waits, who watches, who strikes only when the time is right. Mosasaurus did. He just win. He dominated. He endured. He ruled. And as the waves calmed and the clouds broke, only one shadow remained beneath the surface, silent, watchful, eternal.